In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a rear engine mount on your Honda Pilot. Let's get started. Using a long extension with an added 1-inch wobble extension and then a wobble socket with a 14, we'll remove the bolt for the engine mount. Using a 1/4-inch flex head ratchet with a 14mm socket, bend the ratchet head all the way up, and then you can continue removing your bolt. Remove the bolt. Continue removing the engine mount bolts. Remove the rear bolt for the engine mount. Using a jack, we're going to push up on the bottom of the engine/transmission. This is just to put a little bit of upward pressure, and also so when we take the bolt out of the middle of the engine mount, the engine doesn't fall. Using a 17mm ratcheting wrench, remove the bolt out of the middle of the rear engine mount. While taking out this middle mount bolt, you may need to go up or down on the jack, be able to get less or more pressure onto the mount or bolt. Be patient taking this bolt out. There's a lot more threads than you think. Just keep going until you're able to turn it by hand. Once you have the bolt unthreaded, go ahead and remove it. With the bolt out, go ahead and remove the motor mount. Our AC lines are cut right here, so I do have a little bit of extra room. However, with the way I just pulled it out, I was able to squeak it behind these lines. Using a 12mm socket, we're going to remove the dampener off of the old mount and install it onto the new one. Install the damper onto the new mount. Snug the bolt down, and then you're ready to install. Install the motor mount into the vehicle. Get the holes lined up. The best reference to start with is this rear bolt in the back. Get the rear bolt started. Install the bolt into the middle of the mount. I'm going to slide it under this rubber hose to begin with. Line it up with the hole. Once you have the bolt lined up, start wiggling and pushing it through. Adjust your jack up and down to help get free play in the bolt. Get the bolt thread started by hand. Moving to the front part of the mount, we're going to install the 2 bolts. You can use a little flat blade screwdriver or a 1/4-inch extension and stick it inside of the hole and pull the mount one way or another to help you align the holes. Don't completely snug this bolt up yet. Just get it close so we have more room to work with our ratchet for the other bolt. Using one hand on the back side, I'm going to push up with one finger on the bottom of the bolt. Then using the other hand, I'm going to thread it in by hand. Once you have the bolt started by hand, swap back to a ratchet and snug it down. Using a 1/4 inch extension with a 1/4 inch to 3/8, and then using a swivel socket, we're going to get onto the engine mount bolts in the front, and we'll torque them to 31 foot-pounds. Torque the rear engine mount bolt to 31 foot-pounds. Tighten the bolt through the middle of the motor mount. I'm going to swap over to a ratchet for the last part of this tightening. I'm going to be able to get a better pull on this than the wrench. We're going to continue snugging this down. Torque this bolt to 61 foot-pounds. If you can't get a torque wrench in there, do the best you can. Remove the jack from under the vehicle, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.